So the brand new Superman teaser trailer has dropped. No longer Superman Legacy, it now seems like they're going with Superman, and I've got to say, I am very, very excited for this movie. It looks very fresh, it looks so colourful, and it looks bright, and it just looks like something we've never really had before from any kind of Superman movie in the past. The Snyder films were very, very dark in my opinion, and I like those movies, and it was a different take on Superman. But this one, I feel like they're going back to the roots of the comic, especially the Golden Age and the Silver Age, and they're giving us something completely different to anything we've ever seen before, and I am fully on board for that. And I really like the way they open this trailer with Superman crashing down in the Arctic. I presume he's somewhere near his Fortress of Solitude and something really bad has just happened because he's really busted up, he can barely breathe. And they're showing us this vulnerable side to Superman from the very start of the trailer. Normally you get like sweeping shots of Krypton or something like that. In this one, you're just straight into it. I believe they're not going to give us an origin story, which, you know, I don't think it is really needed. I think we all know where Superman comes from, just like we know the origin of Spider-Man. We don't need it. Maybe they could, you know, maybe they could like give little hints of it here and there, but we don't need it, and I think this is the right way to go. And like I said, the way this movie looks is amazing. I really like the colour grading, I like how the colours pop, I like how it's nice and bright, and like I said, it reminds me of a comic book that has been put to screen, like basically like you're looking at a comic book. And I'm fully on board for the fact that they're playing the John Williams theme. It is needed in a Superman movie. That theme is Superman, and I think it's timeless, and I think it fits with every single alliteration of Superman. Just like Indiana Jones theme tune, just like James Bond theme tune, just like Star Wars theme tune, you cannot leave it out. You need to have it in, and it just fits the character so well. The only thing I will say is I think the electric guitar version of this worked really well for the trailer, but I hope they go for a more traditional John Williams theme when they actually bring us the film. What I also love about this trailer is it showed us a world with other super beings, not just Superman. We have Guy Garner, who is played by Nathan Fillion, who looks absolutely amazing. He looks like, I keep saying it, like he's been pulled from the comic book. We have Metamorpho, we have Mr. Terrific, we have Hawkgirl, we have Lex Luthor. All these characters are just crammed in there, and I just think it makes for a really different kind of Superman film. And I know we've had different characters introduced into the Snyderverse, but I was never really sold on them. I never really felt anything for them. I don't think they were done right, but this feels like it may just be done right, and they feel like they've been pulled directly from the comic book, and I think that is a good direction to go in. Let's forget about doing all these earnest comic book movies. Let's think about doing a comic book movie which is exciting and is fun. And I think that's what they're going with this. Now, even though I just said I'm very excited about bringing in all these different superheroes into this world, I'm also kind of worried that they're going to overshadow Superman somehow. I hope that the studio doesn't think that the Man of Steel cannot carry his own film, and that's why they've crammed it full of all these other characters. I don't want them to drown out Superman's appearance in this movie, and to be totally honest, I don't think they're going to. I think James Gunn is very capable of making a very good superhero film. He's made the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, and I really like the first one. I like the second one, not as much though, but the third one I really did enjoy. I really enjoyed the third one, and I went into it thinking that I weren't going to, because I kind of felt like the best one was the first and then they were going to get weaker, but the third one I had a blast with. So I have no doubt that James Gunn will do a good job, because I think he can juggle all these characters and give them all their own screen time and make them all shine equally. But what we've got to remember is this is a Superman film, and I think he will do a good job. Before we move on from super characters in this movie, the one character I am the most excited about is Krypto. I don't know why, but just seeing the dog with the cape just really pleased me. This film, I feel, will be elevated so much more by this fun element, by introducing Krypto the Superdog. And like I said before, I think it's kind of harking back to the Golden Age and the Silver Age of the comics, and it just makes it that much more fun to see Krypto the Superdog. I'm so excited for this. I think it was the right route to go, and he's just embracing everything about the comic books, and that's something we've not done as much recently. Well, we have with the Marvel movies especially, but there was a time when comic book movies were very earnest and very straight and very, very down to earth, and there was a time when they didn't even wear the costumes. But this one, I feel is one of the movies where we are going to be really embracing the roots of these characters, and I can't wait. I just want to talk about the suit. I know we've seen it already and everyone's had their say on it, but I think it looks great in this movie. I like the fact that he's got his trunks on again. I don't have any issues whatsoever with the suit. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And like I keep saying, it's bright, it's colourful, and I think that is most definitely what is needed. I was also getting a lot of Richard Donner vibes from this, especially when you see the clip of the fortress rising up out of the ground with the crystals. I believe this vision of the fortress and Krypton has really been taken on by other artists over the years. So there's a lot of Donner in this film, I feel. And that really makes me happy that they're still acknowledging Chris Reeve's Superman, even if it is very subtle. It looks like we're going to get a lot of action in this movie as well. And there is one scene where Superman is fighting this great big creature, like this dragon creature. I'm not quite sure what the creature is, but he looks like a massive kaiju. And I think that is Superman, once again, the comic book version of Superman. Let's think back to what we've actually seen Superman fight in the movies. We've seen him fight Lex Luthor, we've seen him fight General Zod, and then we've seen him fight General Zod again. Then we've seen him fight a great big Ninja Turtle, what they were calling Doomsday. We've not really seen him go up against much, but this is something completely different, and it's something that calls back to the comic books. And it reminds me a lot of him fighting the big monkey in the comic. I can't remember what the monkey was called. I think he was called Taito or something like that, or Titan. It reminds me of that a lot, how he was always fighting some kind of massive monster that was rampaging through the city. And I just love the direction they're going in. I feel like I've got all these things I want to say, and it's kind of coming out jumbled up because the trailer just gave you so much. For a teaser trailer, it gave you so much. And I just hope it delivers when the movie comes, and I honestly think it will, because if it doesn't, it's going to break my heart. What do you think of the new Superman trailer? Did you enjoy it? Have you got high hopes for it? Did you like Krypto? A lot of people don't like Krypto for some reason. A lot of people don't like that Krypto was CGI. I was fully on board for it. I didn't mind that he was CGI. I'm leaning into this more fun element of Superman that they're bringing to us, and I can't wait.